Está ao vivo.
Boa noite. Eu sorri aqui.
Você sorriu, cara.
Sorri,
Aquele
deixa eu abrir.
sorriso bonito.
Tá ok, ainda tá aparecendo você como offline. Agora. Page.
Deixa eu botar aqui. Aí você vai ver minha pronúncia impecável de inglês, cara.
Ok.
Boa noite, Vitinho! Ai! É. Infelizmente, cara.
Tá bonitão, amigo. A quarentena te fez bem, velho.
Muito obrigado, cara. Me deu uma engordada.
Pode ser isso mesmo, velho. Eu
Já
era
tô
muito magrelo,
gordo,
depois que
velho.
eu engordei deu uma melhoradinha.
Tô gordo, velho, com as bochechas rechonchudas.
Tá com cara de saudável.
Eu acho que é bom, né? Man, that was a hell of a quarrel. Keep this up, and one of you gonna end up dead. A quarrel? I think you misunderstand. We were genuinely... Porra, tá foda, hein, hoje, hein? We were genuinely risking our lives. Huh? Why is that? For that matter, why'd you hit those guys so hard anyway? I mean, I know they started it, but still, you guys must really hate each other. Pardon me, forgive the interruption, but have you ever seen this automata before? Nope, never. What are those things anyway? At first, I was freaking out because I thought you'd kill them. But then I saw they didn't bleed even with their limbs broken off, so I thought they might be scarecrows, but making scarecrows that complex seems kinda pointless. So now I don't know what to think. Come on, what kind of scarecrow would go around picking fights? Hahaha, good point. Que foi?
A sua interpretação dos personagens é que é o mais incrível, cara. Você até faz entonações diferentes.
Ah, muito obrigado, cara. Mr.
Nota
Ned,
10, amigo.
could I have a word with you on the shadow border? Tell me, what do you make of the villagers' reactions? They're very laid back. Indeed, they seem to be completely oblivious to the danger. They were far more worked up when they found us trampling their fields. I can understand how they might regard a fight with Akuta, so something that doesn't concern them. But the same cannot be said for these mechanical dolls. Akuta Hinako did not bring this over from the proper human history. This technology is foreign to us. What's more, Shangan clearly sent them to her to reinforce her. All this leads me to believe these automata are a type of weapon native to this world, and yet the people who live here claimed never to have seen them before. So what? Maybe these are just a bunch of backward country bumpkins. We can assume that Akuta has formed an alliance with this world's ruler, just like we've seen in previous Lostbelts. For the moment, let us further assume this ruler is, in fact, Kenshin Huang. If true, it's certainly sensible that he would send these automata to aid her in battle. It stands to reason that on seeing us fight the nation's armed force, these foreigners would see us as a threat and treat us accordingly, and yet that proves not to be the case. In which case, I can draw only one conclusion, which is that these villagers are so wholly ignorant of war that they do not even know weaponry. Say what? Is that even possible? It is, however. We saw that their fight or flight reflex tended toward the former, and then our initial encounter. So while I doubt that this wood is completely devoid of danger, do you hear that racket outside too? Eita, o bicho tá pegando. Ah, it smells so strange upstairs. Why are you freaking us out? Isn't it supervisor's job to get rid of this like things like that?
Eu tô tentando focar aqui, mas você é tão retardado.
Muta aí, porra.
Tá, vou mutar então daqui a meia hora eu volto aqui.
Falou, valeu.
Valeu.
How the hell are we supposed to chase those things away with a stick? Please, travelers, you've got to help us. Indeed, I believe we should lend a helping hand here as well. Right, move it to intercepting. Porra. Right, move it to intercepting hostiles. Fire! Eu tô...
我が城の影に溶けるしかなかった。 こういうこともできる。我が劇場のサビになるか。忍者だ、ローマだ、もちろんユダだ。ラウダレンジです。大輪の花ときれ。懺悔スポーツ。
Vai.
バカめ。それで父上の前に立つつもりだ。
Those creatures aren't native. Those creatures aren't native to this land either. No, they weren't. This was your a type of giant we fought in the Scandinavian Lostbelt. Well, this just keeps getting weird, huh? A few of them are running away, so they probably got a nest somewhere around here. A nest. Yeah, I better track them down and wipe them out, or things are gonna get way worse around here. Way worse around here. Seeing how this village has shit up all those defenses. Man, you guys are amazing. Can't believe you took care of those scary monsters just like that. Ha, there's nothing like more than shielding the wake. Muito obrigado, Dequinha. Beijo pra você, velho. Shielding the wake. I hate to think this is Wicks, but I can't believe you. The only way we could have won is with Heavenly Emperor's Divide Age. I see. The reasons your supervisors use the weapons is indeed solely to defend the village. That's right. Oh, then we have a lot to do. Of course. Usually, the most we have to worry about is chasing off the old stray dogs or more. Well, and they're happy to occasionally drunkard cool off, I guess. What about invasions from foreign countries? Are you not concerned about those? Foreign countries? You know where the places foreigners come from. Remember how the elder used to tell us he heard there were places other than here when he was just a kid? Just a moment, please. What exactly do you mean when you say foreigners? What do you mean? I'm not sure what to say. We just heard rumors that say they look just like us, but they were actually monsters that are scarier than many more. Que é isso daqui? O jogo é sobre a história e colecionar waifus, Dequinha. Principalmente colecionar waifus. Cadê? And they like to eat our cats. To eat our leaves instead of our crops. That's right, Doctor. We're going to eat us when you first showed up. Sorry about that. I see. Now I understand. The people of this Lostbelt have no concept of separate nations, or at least the only knowledge is derived from the distorted ancient land and hearsay.
So what? You say the probably king empire dominated the entire world? You're kidding. Is it even possible for people to put aside outdated and religion differences to make that happen? So that's why they never seen soldiers before, let alone war.
That means this world is perfectly peaceful, that not only do people not need to arm themselves, they do not even know what weapons are. This country is in the ideal nation made reality. Can you even imagine such a thing? I have arrived at Mount Lee, Imperial Majesty. Which order would you like me to unseal? This was a foreign expedition. It would be no matter if they were somewhat free spirit. But since it's a domestic matter, we would prefer not to use someone to rambunctious. Then you were saying we should evaluate a warrior on combat ability alone. If they were to incite a rebellion, we could not keep an eye on them until they had the same fight. For example, don't even think about releasing anyone like the Taoyong brothers. They could get carried away and try to take over the empire for themselves. We need a warrior who is not only brave but also kind and modest. One who is fiercely loyal to this empire and its people, and who will defend them at all costs. We would like you to choose this warrior, Captain. Me, Imperial Majesty? Are you sure you want me to handle such important task? Why else would we send you our captain of the guard all the way to Mount Lee? Surely you are aware that reviving a frozen hero carries some risks? Well, yes, of course. Something could even go wrong with their mind leading a silly content to fly into a rage. It would be bitterly ironic if you were to release a hero for the purpose of preventing a war, only for them to transform to a disaster incarnate. So you deemed it imprudent to have you present for the unsealing in the event such a danger did present itself. Do you understand? So, you're saying you want me to deal with them in case they happen to go berserk? Indeed, this hero must be strong enough to defeat these heroic spirits from another world, but not so strong that you would be unable to stop them in such an unfortunate situation. With all of these requirements concerned, would you not prefer to choose this hero yourself? I see. Your kindness and wisdom humbles me, Imperial Majesty.
Frozen heroic spirits. Interesting. I see you have yet not impressive card up in your sleeve.
Mount Lee is the jewel of our empire. It is the mausoleum where the brave warriors once fought by our sides and sleep in peace.
True, it's always tricky figuring out what to do with the brutes you used to establish a new regime. So short-sighted, short-tempered rulers tend to go to the hole. You have outlived your usefulness, route, and just off their servants. But not you, Imperial Majesty. How clever of you to literally keep them on ice so they can be useful to you again.
These warriors deserve to be praised for eternity for their help in establishing peace. That said, we cannot bestow all of them with the same immortality we possess. While there is little that we can be done to cushion the shock they experience whenever they are awakened and see how much has changed. Fighting on the battlefields has become a common enough occurrence for them that they are now accustomed to it. What do you think? Do you not agree it is a much cleaner system than your heroic spirit?
Oh yes. Can't wait to see what happens next. I always love the word freeze. someone just want to know if there's a place around here known for its cold.
Yes, both types of monsters that have been attacking recently hail from frigid climates. It stands to reason then that they have fashioned a nest somewhere nearby that is suitably cold. Can you think of any such place?
I can't really think much near here. Maybe a place near the village border fence. Well, it's hard to say since nobody's ever going there.
Hold on. None of you have ever been outside the village, not even once?
Well, no. It's prohibited for one thing. Yeah, most clueless. It's just caveling or decree that we're not supposed to change residents without permission. Come to think of it, there was a time when around 10 people wandering after the village flooded. But even then, most followers and merchants heavily emphasized refugees like that ago, so it never went for anything. We thought you guys were refugees at first, too. Then there was a cage, cursed these oppressors. I'm so mad I could dance. But really, you would have want to leave the village? We have everything we need right here. Why would you just run off to some place we don't even know? Are you really okay with that? Well, yeah, I know I've never even thought about going outside the village before.
I suppose this is an inevitable result of living in a single place where all one's needs are met.
Hey, mister, have you got a minute?
Oh, what is this?
Oh, well, would you mind if it's like over there?
So what's this about?
Okay, so don't tell the grown-ups about this. But I might know about a cold place nearby. You do? I know it's wrong to break the rules, but I can't help it. I want to know what's like outside the village. So sometimes we need to go out exploring when everyone else is busy working in the fields. I know you just feel there's just something enchanting about the world outside. Really? Do you like exploring too, mister?
Yep, I love it.
I never would say that, senpai. You're always right when you prepare after all. I see. I guess you and me are not like them. So what can you tell me about this cold place? Well, I haven't been there in a long time. I only went once, but I remember there was a dark and chilly spot in the forest not too far from here. I remember being really creepy. If I was a monster, I'm sure that's where I would live.
Oh, so you found a lead on the kill shot nest. Have you? That should be very useful. Well done. This puts Koyanskaya squarely in our side. I got you by the tail now, you little minx.
I agree. We should take care of this nest.
What?
I agree. We should take care of this nest sooner rather than later. But what about you, Akta? What about Akta? I'm pretty sure he's keep careful watch. I was just waiting for another chance to attack.
Wasting time in a deadlock with her will not help us. For the time being, we need to focus on any possible lead to bring us within reach of Koyanskaya. If we leave after dark from the opposite side of the village where after attack, we should be able to stick out. Someone will need to stay behind to protect the shadow water while we are gone, just in case. Even so, it is worth the risk of divine or force to investigate the possible demonic beast nest. Well, then we gotta figure out who stays behind and who goes.
You should be part of this vision team. No point in attacking holding down before. Right?
Setting aside for a moment that armchair detective are what? Are, to use the modern parlance, very much a thing. I am forced to conclude that this investigation must be conducted on site. Very well then, I will go and investigate this nest. Fortunately, my wounds have completely healed now. Listen, Ed, I would like you to lead this expedition. Left to my own device, it is entirely possible that I may become so engrossed in this mystery that I take another tumble over a waterfall. Aquela referência ao final de Sherlock Holmes. I'll choose Senpai. Please say you do it. In that case,
You won't choose the last official member, man? You've got no shortage of option. What do you want to bring? Who do you want to bring? Sparta.
always does battles. Very well, I'm used to fight fierce beasts thanks to my time in the Colosseum. Leave it to me.
In that case,
I'll come along too.
I think you need someone a bit more able to
Fine finesse matters than a berserker. Then both Red and I will hold the fort. If Lawneza make us squish anyone who says we couldn't take on that cryptic chick while you're out the monkey beast hunting.
just focus on the dark border safe, okay? Please.
Yeah, I was kidding. Freaky fun pose over there.
Whoa, right about on your shoulders almost look like flying spartacles.
Even familiar scenario can seem completely different when viewed from a new perspective. That small change can help you see things you never notice. Sometimes you see beauty in goodness you overlook. Others you see evil cruelty you cannot ignore. It is all part of growing up. That's a lot of words. I think it's Sparks trying to say that you're right to see the world outside your village.
I am?
You are my little rebel.
I wish I was tall as your Spartacus.
Ha ha ha, they were going with training. I was much bigger than you when I was your age, you know.
Really? Then I can actually be like you someday, Spartacus?
Of course you can. Anyone can be like me. Life is a rebellion against adversity. I was a little bold with that having to lead the way, but Spartacus is actually pretty good with him. Who'd have thought? Since he's carrying the boy on his shoulders, we are making good time. Let's say you can go too quickly, or else you'll have trouble in keeping up. Don't push yourself too hard, alright, man? If you get tired, I'll give you a piggyback. I'll do my best. I can see my farmland ahead. Is this any neighboring village?
Which is I would say we drive to it, but I'll get in trouble if someone notices. Maybe we should go around. Hey, do you smell that? Yes, that's the smell of blood on the wind.
Oh yes, I suppose that would make sense. If the monster nest is in fact where the boy is taking us, then we are moving along the same path the monsters themselves did. Any village along the way would surely be subject to these beasts' depredations. Oh boy, get ourselves in hide, stay there until we get back. We won't be long.
Okay, be careful, right?
This is awful. We're a gruesome sight from the look of things. I don't think there were any survivors. Be careful, I can still smell the foul stench of those man-eating beasts. Yes, he's sure still close by. They will no doubt notice your scent as well. And there they are. There's a lot of them. Shit. Just as well, if you don't take care of them now, they'll just go hunt for prey in other villages.
Let's do it. You're right, a place, master.
Muito obrigado, Viti, mais uma vez, cara. Você quer um beijo também, cara? Daqui pediu um beijo.
戦場に事の善悪なし、ただひたすらに切るのみ。
Que isso, cara? Vai ficar... Beijo pra você, cara. Vai ficar esparrando assim na stream mesmo, velho?
いざお任せを。いざ。
そうかい。
承知。そこ。
面白い。
Ai, que delícia, cara.
Kamawanai ga ne. Sou kai.
ささやかな
É, ele ficou com 10% de chance. Mandou rápido.
小牧承知
Chute.
なるほ
Partida dos crit. O meu sono. Ai.
お任せを
面白い。なるほ
大北さん大勝利。体は大丈夫です。まだまだいけますよ。
E aí, Alessandrinho? Unimed, Unimed. Vitinho tá trabalhando, mano.
Hostiles eliminated. The battle's over.
Now these people can rest in peace. I like to think they can at least. What is this, detective? Have you noticed something? Master Ned, how did you lay these latest best feels to you? They seem more coordinated in this shoot.
I agree. The kids that we fought in the Russian last but never behaved like this.
These were weaker individually, but had a sort of cunning intellect to make up for it. Their loss of strength is almost certainly due to the change of environment. For creatures accustomed to cold, even this weather must seem oppressively hot. Still, they were working as a team, like a pack of wild animals either. But a trained one. Then should we have gone to the trouble to train them? Then someone had gone to. It's early to be certain, but yes, it does seem like it. Do you think Koyanskaya is behind this? If she is, that will raise its own question. Namely, when did she have time to do so? The answers surely become apparent in time. Fortunately, they left footprints we can follow. Good point. At least I know we're going in the right direction. I'll get to the boy. Mira is outside the village. No one so young should have to see something like this. I didn't know Spartacus was so kind. He might not look like it, but his purpose was always to protect the weak. Once he believes something needs protected, he will do anything to keep them safe. Of course, that often ends in him sacrifice anyone and everyone to do so. I guess that's a berserker for you. They're nothing committed. Akuta scan. Oh no!
It's just up ahead. There's this huge hole in the ground you can use to get inside.
I see, so they have taken up residence in a cave.
It's really cold and dark inside.
Tá rindo aqui, ô filho de puta.
It's really cold and dark inside. I got scared, so I didn't get very far in before I turned back. It seemed like it was really deep though, because it was echoing like crazy.
This sounds like the work as a good home for monsters who prefer the cold. Forget sounds like we are obviously in the right place. I see, we are surrounded. How exciting!
I'm sorry, I should have been more alert.
While you were absolutely superlative navigator before returning to this front lines, Mr. Curlight. I cannot blame Mr. Ned for relaxing his guard now that you are back at his side once more.
I don't think guys are scared.
Oh, don't worry. This journey would have ended ages ago if everyone here couldn't crack a joke in the face of the mortal peril.
"用心したまえ。鋭き刃は危ういものだ."
Muito obrigado pelo following, Grand Priest. Thank you for the following, Grand Priest. Queria tirar um buquezinho pra ela. Tá no caminho. Toma. Diga, Nário. Pai, que barba o que, mano? Tá maluco? Eu não tenho barba não, mano. Pois eu tenho uns penteiros grudados na cara, mano. Aquilo não pode ser chamado de barba, não. Increase art scar for yourself. Tá o negócio? Rapaz, bigode de trocador, exatamente, mano. Caraca, mano, como assim colava a barba dos os outros, velho. Não, mano, isso é muito errado, cara. Caralho, Nari, você não perdoa ninguém, moleque. Nossa senhora, velho, qual o problema de vocês, velho? Rapaz, o importante é ser feliz, velho. Too easy. Caralho, Nari, o que você tá falando, mano? Caralho, mano, você tem muito problema, velho. Ai, cala a boca, mano. Véi, sério, na moral, velho. Qual o seu problema, velho? Too easy. This is so strange. I thought the Krishat and Giants would be living in different places. Indeed, Krishat destroyed the village, but we followed their tracks only to find giants. Now I wonder what we will find in that cave. Ha! There's only one way to find out. Just standing here thinking won't get you any answers, Sir Detective. What about the boy? Do you think it's too dangerous to bring him there with us? Be that as it may, we cannot let him return on his own neither. There's no telling how many demonic beasts could be lurking nearby. Meu Deus, velho. Meu Deus, velho. Meu Deus, né? There's a little bit lurking nearby. Then we need someone to stay here and guard him.
No, you can't do that. You all need to stick together if you're gonna fight those monsters. Take me with you. I'm sure I'll be safe as long as I stay close to Ned.
Cala a boca, Unimed. Vai. Vai se fuder, mano. Se quiser, eu faço biquinho pra te mandar um beijo, velho. Mentira, eu faço não, velho. Me ensina inglês, Nedinho. Como se eu soubesse inglês. Quem fala bem nada não, moleque. Quem fala bem é bonequinho, velho. Tá.
Guess it makes sense, yeah. I'm proud of you, boy. You have spirit embracing adversity like this. You have faced the fears oppressing you and rebelled against them. Come with us. I will be your shield and guide and sing a song of triumph in your honor. Indeed, we are not called heroic spirits for nothing. I promise we will not let your bravery go to waste.
Vai lá jogar, mano.
Icy Cave.
Vamos lá, Sherlock. Sherlock, Okitita. Não.
Well, this answers one question. Take a look. Over here we have giant tracks, and over here we have Krishat dung. Does that mean they've been living here together? Much as I would like to left the notion of, we have seen ample evidence of their cohabitation. These demonic beasts have been quite truly altered. So much so that they have begun sharing the territory with altogether different species. So someone's been going around domesticating the same beast that led to their Lostbelts getting pruned away. Pretty horrible hobby. And of course there is yet more significant question. To what end? Maybe they don't have an end in mind. You said this Koyan Sky went around the others Lostbelt tormenting innocent people for kicks, right?
Maybe releasing man-eating beasts into peaceful agricultural villages with no defense is just more of that. Uh-oh, I think they spotted us. Preparing for combat. Bora combater, bora combater.
決めたよ。お前は我が城の影に溶けるしかなかろう。
Porra, 6 turnos de cooldown. Não adianta nada.
構わない
ささやかに。
なる
そこ。いざお任せしよう。
Ai ai. Acho que dá.
承知。
Nope.
お任せしよう。
面白い
ね、何のお任せを。もろいもろい。こうだ。はっ。
Pelo menos aqui. Próximo. Agora esses bichos queimando.
いざ。承知。命令と。
Não! Ah, meu Deus.
ささやかに。
Ai, fodeu.
私を助ける者は。
Nada não.
いざ。
構わない
任せよ。そこ。
面白い
お任せを。
構わ賢明な判
Calma, mano.
そこ。
断なる
敵をうまく。
Sem a Skad. Voltaram.
そうしたいの？
そうかい
Não vou usar o fantasma nobre agora, não. Agora muito obrigado, Dave. Muito obrigado pelo follow. Thank you for the following, Dave. Será que dá? É, eu tô no começo também. Acho que é o capítulo 4 aqui. Vamos arriscar. Vamos arriscar. Vamos arriscar. O nome é o Sandanzuki.
そうか
Como assim, cara? Não, velho. Eu dei bastante sorte com os gacha ultimamente, mas eu tô esperando ano novo também pra botar uns trocadinhos.
賢明だったのそうか面白い
Trocadinho não, né? Que com dó nesse preço
もう
chega a doer.
早すぎ。次はもっと頑張りなさいな。
Complete. Tá doído, cara. Tá doído. Deve estar o que? O 36 quartos. Deixa eu ver aqui. 30 não, é 15 agora, né?
いらっしゃいマスターくん。
15 cent quartos pra um garantido. É, tem que ser. Nossa, tem que comprar um pack de 142, cara. Meu Deus, 142 reais. Tá doído, é. Tá doído, cara. É foda, tudo em nome das waifu, mano. Então, são 15, só que tem que ser 15 pagos. Aí aqui, esse pack de 18, ele veio 6 de graça. Aí eu tenho quase certeza que não conta. Então, eu não tinha é verdade, eu não tinha pensado nisso. É verdade, é verdade. É verdade, dá 92. 92. Menos mal. Não é tão bom assim não, mas é melhor que 150. Vamos lá, Cherokee. Vamos, Cherokee. Then it's not easy. Já é um bom caminho mesmo, velho. Then it's not easy fighting so many of them at once, and they just keep coming. Well, our initial goal was to exterminate the Krishna, so this was more or less inevitable. Take care of this boy, Spartacus. No problem. Rapaz, eu falei, a história do Fate é legal, mas o mais importante é colecionar as waifu, cara. O mais importante são as waifu. Entendi. Aí é foda mesmo. Vamos. Vai lá.
2歩向け3歩セット無料スタンダードクイズ
Seria foda mesmo, cara.
これで終わりです
Mas eu acho que eles não fazem não, velho. Depende do tipo de licenciamento que eles conseguiram.
古きルール処置
賢明な
Podia ter feito. Ah. É isso.
Alô! Alô!
E aí, Vitinho? Ele
Acho que acabei aqui, hein?
Acabou. Rapaz, já é difícil pra eu ler, pra traduzir ao mesmo tempo ainda. Você quer me fuder, né, velho?
Olha, ó.
Deixa eu ver aí a voz de Alessandro também.
Capaz de gritar ela, na moral.
Quê?
Capaz de gritar aí, velho.
David Lima aí vai gostar, cara, se você traduzir em tempo real aí. Ele vai curtir, cara. Tem Discord, tem.
Tem Discord sim, cara. Mas esse Discord aqui eu sou o único que joga Fate. Essa galera não curte gacha não, velho.
Eu sou o Unimed, eu vim aqui só pra convencer ele a traduzir pra você.
Eu...
いざ処置
なる
Traduzir seria bom um bonequinho. Vejo na live do Gacha. O foda, cara, é que o Discord não é meu. Eu vou perguntar pro dono do Discord se ele deixa chamar a galera da stream pra cá. Aí eu boto o link na descrição pra galera participar.
Você quer um canal só pra isso, né?
Poderia ser também. Poderia ser também. É verdade, é melhor. É verdade. Vou criar um canal pro grupo do Discord, cara.
Só o do Intox Anime, tá ligado?
É melhor mesmo.
É a coisa mais simples que é um canal
Falar
de
nisso,
Discord,
O
né?
Marco tá jogando no Cyberpunk, cara.
Tá todo mundo jogando Cyberpunk, velho. Esse bando de burguês.
Cyberpunk meu queixo. Desculpa, eu vou voltar a trabalhar aqui.
Vai lá.
Pô, volta não. Vamos jogar. Você é funcionário público.
Cara,
Por isso mesmo que eu tenho que trabalhar.
show
trabalha,
demais ainda a voz de vocês. Então, eu tenho jogado bastante Final Fantasy e o Call of Duty Warzone. É os que eu tenho jogado. Ah, eu tenho feito stream do Man of Medan também. Tô terminando de zerar Man of Medan e eu vou começar a jogar Doom. Ou, se eu arrumar uma grana, comprar o Cyberpunk. Valeu pelo follow, Mike. Thank you for the following, Mike. De gacha só o Fate. Eu tava jogando... Eu joguei Cavaleiro do Zodíaco um tempo. Mas eu parei, aí eu joguei Genshin Impact um tempo. Tava muito foda também. Mas tava comendo muito do meu tempo. Azur Lane eu nunca joguei, cara. Dizem que é bom também. Cadê? Eu botei crítico nela. Vai.
お任せ
Eu
を
acho que vai.
我が危険のきらめき受けるがよいそこ
Boa noite, Mike.
2歩向け3歩セット無料スタンダードクイズ
Deixa eu permitir aqui que o negócio bloqueou essa mensagem. Cadê? Azurlane, King's Raid. King's Raid eu nunca vi, cara. Azurlane eu tô ligado qual é, King's Raid não. É, a Azuleira eu sei que é de wife também. Hum. Hum. Hum.
敵をうまく
Secretanato. Secretanato.
構わない
処置
なるほ
Então, isso aí foi uma das coisas que me desanimou no Genshin, ter gacha pra arma também. Aí você fica dividido entre pegar a arma foda ou pegar as waifu, cara. Aí é foda. Será que leva?
お任せを
Acho
処
que
置
leva.
いざ
Acho que leva. Der Grise.
そここれで終わりです
É o Honkai, eu só comecei a jogar. Mas eu não joguei muito não. Os que eu mais joguei foram Cavaleiro Zodíaco, que eu joguei bastante tempo. Cheguei acho que a pegar top 30 no meu servidor, e o Genshin Impact, que eu joguei muito, mas estava ocupando muito tempo, né? Aí eu não... Deu não. Entendi. Cala a boca, Unimed, cala a boca. Tá, quer me fuder aí, caralho?
我が被験のお任せいざ
Jogos rítmicos eu nunca joguei muito não, cara.
2歩向ける3歩絶倒
Não é muito minha praia não, minha praia é mais waifu mesmo. Mas eu gosto muito da série Fate em geral, por isso que eu nunca larguei o Fate, eu jogo desde o começo. Strange Rock. Ah, levou esse cara.
そうしたいの
そう
いいわ大北さん大勝利体は大丈夫ですまだまだいけますよ
Jogos rápidos que você diz é como que tipo de jogo? Tipo os jogos rítmicos mesmo? They are tricky. That can't be right. There must be more to this.
I agree. In fact, the whole system of combat was odd.
Yes, this goes beyond sharing territory. They even fight as a team. Entendi. Pô, a galera tem jogado muito aqueles Battle Royale de celular. Muito PUBG. Yes, this will be on shared territory. They fight as a team. We can now be certain beyond any doubt that someone is controlling them.
Then, do you think we'll find Koyanskaya further inside this cave?
I do not imagine we will be quite so fortunate, but we should go to meet whoever called them off. Ozu é qual? Qual que é o Ozu? Once we take them out, this should stop these monsters from attacking other villages. Do you mind you continue onward, little rebel?
Okay, you'll keep me safe, right, Spartacus?
Of course I will. As long as you are prepared to face your fears, nothing can stop me. Ah, entendi. Entendi. Ai, falta só uma parte. Eu não tenho AP! Ai,
いろい
caralho,
ろあっ
velho.
た今年も小さなことからコツコ
Tem
ツ
que
と
derrotar 10 servos
né?
ainda
Ippo, ippo.
essa semana. Cherokee. Porra, cara. A Eresh eu nem tentei tanto, não. Eu tentei pegar muito a Star, cara. A Star eu me quebrei de tentando pegar ela. Cara, se você não tem suporte bom, eu aconselho o Christian Andersen. O Andersen eu usei bastante antes de pegar o Waver. Então. Start.
The Orthodox sectors are picking up impossible amount of magical energy up ahead.
Don't tell me it's a divide. Diavoltron.
No, far stronger. And unless my instruments are completely broken, there are 2 of them.
Bota fé. Eu tenho mais de 3 anos, eu jogo desde o lançamento. Eu só não joguei no dia do lançamento porque eu achei que eles iam. Que ia aparecer na Play Store do Brasil e não tinha. Aí eu esperei um dia do lançamento inteiro, não apareceu, aí depois que eu fui ver. Aí eu jogo desde o segundo dia do jogo. Stronger. There are 2 of them. Does that mean we finally found the boss? I'm not sure. The spirit origin patterns tells me they must be demonic beasts. What's more, they're almost identical to the data for the Diavoltrons and fiery giants we fought before. But the sheer amount of magical energy they possess is insane, and on top of that, the rate is still going up. Hold it. Do you hear that? What an awful sound. You think the monsters they fought earlier came here to feed? Just so I am certain I understand Miss Kirillite, you said Otnak sensors picked up 2 signals. Manda aqui. Rapaz, eu tentei pegar a Kiara também, não consegui, velho. A Bibi Summer que você tá falando? Just so I'm certain there's pick it up 2 signals.
Yes, that's right.
If there are only 2, then where did all the other demonic beasts go? Bibi, eu dei sorte no verão. Eu peguei a qual que foi a outra? A Jan. Eu peguei a Jan no primeiro pool e aí mais 2 pools eu peguei a Bibi. Eu dei bastante sorte no verão.
Idric's in here.
I can't believe these things. Indeed, they are eating their own kind.
The Diavoltron is eating the Krishtak, and the Mospel is eating the other giants.
There is ample precedent for cannibalism in the natural world, but we certainly never saw this happening in either Russia or Scandinavia. Furthermore, if this is the source of the increased magical energy you notice, then these are no ordinary predators. Porra, aí é massa, velho. Quando vem os 5 estrelas certinha, porra, dá muito prazer, velho. É muito bom, mano. To gain the strength of those they consume this quickly, they would have to be soul eaters.
And they are the ones we were fighting
Retreat, so... Huh? They had the ones we were fighting to retreat, so that... Yes, most likely it was to make these two more powerful for the final battle. É, aí é triste mesmo, cara. Eu sei disso que aí está os... Acho que apareceram 2 ou 3 bandas até agora e as 3 vezes eu gastei tudo que eu tinha, cara. Foi triste, velho. E não veio. To make this two more powerful for the final battle. Though it remains unclear whether these two gave the order to retreat themselves or if those who retreated did so of their own accord. Looks like they're done with their meal, and they're looking at us like we're dessert. This bloodlust remind me of the demonic beasts we fought in Uruk. I thought so too, Master. These demonic beasts must really hate humans. I'm not sure about the significance of that, but we can worry about it later. Right now, it's time to get rid of these demonic beasts once and for all. Your orders, please, Master.
Edson.
Só se divide.
Ok.
Quarto, nada. Jogando também esse ano. Mais um life, que bom. Rapaz, o Unimed é vagabundo, o Unimed trabalha não, cara. O Gilgamesh, cara, o Gilgamesh, eu rolei ele no primeiro pool, aí eu não tinha nenhum Craft Essence pra ajudar no resto do evento, aí eu fui rolar de novo pra Craft Essence, e aí peguei ele de novo, eu tenho ele no NP2, cara. Mas não peguei nenhuma Craft Essence do evento. Ei, caralho, que o bicho tá brabo. Caralho, por que tá entrando com cooldown? Não é pra entrar com cooldown. É, eu tô querendo o Arjuna Alta também. Porra, tá foda, eu tô querendo pressionar agora aqui que proteger Arjuna Alta. Tem mais uns life, eu tava vendo esse verão. No verão eu também quero. Tô querendo as duas do verão, velho. A Berserk lá, esqueci o nome. Agora deu um branco o nome dela. A Miyamoto Berserk e a... Ai, caralho. Tô bugando. É a Miyamoto Berserk. Qual que é a outra, cara? Ah, esqueci, mano. Deixa eu ver aqui. Evento... Ai, cadê? Ai, cadê? Buguei ferozmente. Ah, aqui, ó, Las Vegas, é verdade. É, eu jogava no celular, até acostumar com o computador mesmo. Ah, no verão que era a Miyamoto Berserk e a Artoria Ruler, velho. A Bunny Toria. A Pinguim também é muito bonitinha, velho. Cadê? Voltar pro fight. Ah, selaram tudo.
命令とな
構わない
こうだ
空
A pinguim é 4 estrelas, não é? Menos mal, né?
こういうこともできる
Mysterious Alter Ego, não sei o que.
我が劇場のサビになるかささやかな大輪の花
Vai tentar King Proteger também?
誰かこうしてほしいんでしょ
Rapaz, quem não gosta de Manderizinha, né, mano?
うマナーのなっていないそうしたいのそこ動くなこっちよ
Ai, ai. Ela te protege, isso é verdade, cara. É 24 horas por dia. Inclusive se ela não estiver dentro da sua casa.
そんなに見たいの
É, você só não tem que olhar pra nenhuma outra mulher, né? Senão aí
そうしたい
pega.
なっていない客そこ動くな行くわよ
Ai,
撃って
ai, ai, ai. Aí tá bom. Vamos guardar pra Nero.
ふんわマナーのなっていない客よな大輪の花の散れ ふん
Porra, essa Miramis é maneira também, né? Ela vai voltar ano que vem agora, né? No rerun do Valentine's. Eu acho.
見せ場任せるがよい
Que isso, tá.
見つけ構えマナーのなっていない客よなそこ動くな大輪の花の散れ残月ポーズ やら
É verdade, mano. Prioridades, mano. Tem que ter prioridades, cara. O iPhone é sempre prioridade, cara.
いささか派手すぎたかもしれないね
Both hostiles are down. There are no other threats here.
I guess that's that then. I'm afraid I'm not given that we are still no closer. I'm afraid not, given that we are still no closer to finding Koyanskaya. I believe it was possible that she may be the one training these demonic beasts, but the evidence is as yet inconclusive. I never thought I would see the monkey beast cooperating like this.
Yeah, I was so sure we would find Koyanskaya here controlling them.
But she is the one who brought these creatures here, right? I believe it is a safe assumption, given the lack of alternate suspects, but we still don't know why she set them free after doing so. What do you mean? Take a look at these piles of bones, Miss Light. These beasts have been devouring their kin since well before today. They have been sending the runs of the litter, so to speak, out to hunt, and stealing their magical energy for themselves. As ecologists goes, it resembled the dead apostles. No ordinary species would depend on such a twisted survival strategy. These beasts had no other choice. They desperately needed to find a way to survive after being completely cut off from their proper habitat.
I don't remember the Jotnar or Krisha being able to directly convert the prey into magical energy before.
They have been forced to learn the ability to cope with massive change in the environment, or perhaps Koyanskaya gave it as another form of enhancement. If that is so, then the larger question remains, why would she go to all the trouble just to have them fend for themselves now? What a strange woman. I honestly have no idea what she could be thinking. I was hoping to find evidence of her motives, but unfortunately the trail has gone cold once again. I can only surmise she has her own reasons for traveling between Lostbelts, a formidable foe. Are you alright, my boy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just over here watching anyway. You guys really are strong. I was so scared I couldn't speak. I'm sorry I wasn't more helpful.
Standing your ground and watching over others is a show of your strength and bravery on its own, boy. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks.
Jinke, what are you doing? Well, you guys say these things could be brewed into decent booze, right? I'm not usually one for cutting up monster corpses, but if there's booze to be found, is this it? I see. Secretory glands, yes, as long as you preserve them properly, I imagine Da Vinci could make whatever is within drinkable. We certainly did plenty of toxin extraction in Russia after all. I must say, though, between you and that servant who drinks everything inside, I confess I struggle to understand. How can you still be hungry after seeing that? It doesn't matter what you used to look like, Sir Detective. There are few things sweeter to a warrior than a victory toast.
This way, we also have a nice souvenir to bring back to the village. Of course, Niru-senpai and I are of drinking age. But that aside,
let's go. Come on, let's go back. Ta-da! Ta-da! Acabou o AP. É isso. Então, vou encerrar a stream por aqui mesmo. Já que acabou o AP, mas amanhã eu vou ver se eu tô de volta aí de novo. Beleza? Valeu.